What are spherical mirrors and what are definitions in connection with spherical mirrors? Spherical mirrors. Consider a hollow glass sphere, okay, being cut by a plane like this or like this. The section cut by the plane forms a part of a sphere, okay, and is known as spherical surface. If either a side of this spherical surface is silvered like this or like this, we get a spherical mirror. Finally, we can say a spherical mirror. This one is a spherical mirror. We have concave mirror here and convex mirror here. So we can say a spherical mirror is a reflecting surface which forms a part of a hollow sphere. Okay. Now, spherical mirrors are two types. The reflecting surface of a spherical mirror may be curved inward or outward. So we can say spherical mirrors are of two types. First one is concave mirror. This one is our concave mirror. A spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is curved inwards like this. That is, faces towards the center of the sphere. Okay, is called a concave mirror. And another definition, we define convex mirror. A spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is curved outwards like this is called a convex mirror. Now, some definition related to these mirrors. First one is pole. Here, this is the pole, the center of the reflecting surface of a spherical mirror. When we say spherical mirror, it may be concave or convex. So the center of the reflecting surface of a spherical mirror is a point called the pole, like this. It lies on the surface of the mirror here. It is represented by the letter P. It is the middle point of the spherical mirror. Okay. So this one is our pole. Okay. Now, this is the pole of concave mirror and this one is pole of convex mirror. So the definition of pole is same in both mirrors. So we can say in a spherical mirror. Okay. Now the another definition is center of curvature C. The reflecting surface of a spherical mirror forms a part of a sphere. Okay. The reflecting surface of a spherical mirror is a spherical mirror forms a part of a sphere like this. Okay. So this sphere has a center here and here. This point is called the center of curvature of the spherical mirror. Okay. This point is called the center of curvature of spherical mirror. It is represented by the letter C. So what we have learned, note that center of curvature is not a part of the mirror. It lies outside its reflecting surface. Okay. Now, we move to another definition. The next definition is of radius of curvature. It is the radius of the sphere. Here we can represent it by capital R, and capital R is equal to PC, the distance between pole and center of curvature. Okay. So it is the radius R is equal to PC of the sphere of which mirror forms a part. Or you can say the distance between pole and center of curvature is called the radius of curvature of particular mirror. Okay, now the next definition is our principal axis. What is principal axis? This one is our principal axis. Okay, but we have to define it. The line PC passing through the pole, okay, pole and the center of curvature of the mirror is called its principal axis. Okay, note that the principal axis is normal to the mirror at its pole. Okay, so what is principal axis? The line PC passing through the pole and center of curvature of the mirror is called its principal axis. Now we will move to another definition. The another definition is principal focus, and this is one of the most important definition, because of in concave and in convex mirror the definition may be different. Okay, so the principal focus f of concave mirror now we are defining. When a number of rays here parallel to the principal axis on a concave mirror like this, okay, the reflected rays, these are our reflected rays, intersect a point of the principal axis of the mirror. This point is called the principal focus of concave mirror. What we have learned, when a number of rays parallel to the principal axis, here this is our principal axis, and these are the rays parallel to principal axis, and these are reflected rays, okay, from mirror, and the reflected rays intersect at a point of the principal axis of the mirror, and this point is called the principal focus of concave mirror. So here capital F is the principal focus of concave mirror in this diagram. Okay, now move to another diagram and another definition of principal focus in convex mirror. Okay, so when a number of rays parallel to the principal axis like this, here we also says when a number of rays parallel to the principal axis falls on the convex mirror like this. Okay, this is our principal axis and these are the rays parallel to the principal axis. The reflected rays appears, this one and this one is our reflected ray. Okay, so the reflected rays appears to come from a point on the principal axis of the mirror. Okay, this point is called the principal focus of the convex mirror. So what we have learned, the principal focus of a convex mirror, the reflected rays appears to come from a point. Okay, this one is our reflected ray, this one is our reflected ray, and both rays appears to come from this point capital F, and this point capital F is the principal focus of our convex mirror. So the difference of principal focus definition in both mirrors is the reflected ray intersect at a point of the principal axis is called the principal focus of concave mirror, and the reflected rays appears to come from a point on the principal axis of the mirror, and this one is our principal focus of convex mirror. Now move to another definition, and both principal focus are represented by capital F. So we know the principal focus is represented by letter capital F. Now move to another definition. Here the definition we are thinking about is focal length, small f. This is our principal focus, this is our principal focus. This one is in concave mirror and this one is in convex mirror. But the definition of focal length will be same in both mirror. The distance between the pole P and the principal focus capital F of a sphere is called the focal length. It is represented by letter small f. So here PF is our focal length and it is small f. Here PF is our focal length and it is small f. It is represented by the letter small f. So the distance between the pole and principal focus of a spherical mirror, either it is convex or concave, no matter. So this one is our focal length. Now the next definition is our aperture. So the definition of aperture may be defined in a mirror. The diameter of the reflecting surface of a spherical mirror is called its aperture. So the diameter of this one is our reflecting surface. So the diameter of the reflecting surface of spherical mirror is called is aperture here, Mn. Okay. So these are the definitions we have to learn about spherical mirrors. Thanks.